Imagine reaching for your child's favorite sippy cup or bottle, something you've trusted for years, and realizing that with every use, it could be introducing invisible plastic particles into their bodies. It's an unsettling thought, but one that's increasingly validated by science. Plastics, when exposed to heat or wear, can shed microscopic fragments, microplastics and nanoplastics, into our food, drinks, and even the air we breathe. These particles are so tiny, they're invisible to the naked eye, yet they can have profound effects, especially on the most vulnerable members of our families, our children. Children are not simply smaller versions of adults. Their bodies are undergoing rapid development, their organs and tissues constantly growing and changing. Their immune and detoxification systems are immature, and their behaviors, crawling, mouthing objects, playing on the floor, make them uniquely exposed to contaminants that adults might rarely encounter. This means that even small doses of toxins can have outsized effects on their developing brains, hormones, and overall health. Over the last decade, researchers have made startling discoveries. Microplastics have been found in human placentas, in breast milk, and even in the very first bowel movements of newborns. Some of the smallest plastic particles, nanoplastics, are suspected to cross biological barriers, potentially affecting critical systems in ways we're only beginning to understand. While much is still being studied about the direct health impacts of these particles, there is no doubt about the chemical additives in plastics, substances like phthalates and BPA, which are well-established disruptors of the endocrine system. These chemicals can mimic or interfere with hormones, which are crucial for growth, brain development, metabolism, and more. So, what can you do to shield your family from this invisible threat? The good news is that you hold a remarkable amount of power. By making a few strategic changes in your home, you can dramatically reduce your family's exposure to plastic toxins. Let's start in the kitchen, the heart of the home, and unfortunately, ground zero for plastic exposure. One of the most critical swaps you can make is in how you feed your infants and toddlers. Many baby bottles, especially those made from polypropylene plastics, release millions of microplastic particles when exposed to heat during sterilization or when mixing formula. Instead, opt for glass or high-grade PPSU bottles, which are far more stable under high temperatures. If plastic bottles are unavoidable, sterilize and cool water in non-plastic containers. Then allow it to cool before adding it to the bottle. Mixing formula in a glass container before transferring to a bottle can further reduce plastic shedding. For the entire family, rethink how you store and reheat food. Avoid microwaving meals in plastic containers, as heat accelerates the breakdown of plastic and the leaching of harmful chemicals. Swap plastic containers for glass or ceramic ones, which are durable, easy to clean, and free from chemical leaching. If you notice any plastic containers becoming scratched, cloudy, or warped, it's time to let them go. Damaged plastic releases more particles and chemicals. Even your water source matters. Bottled water, often seen as a safer or more convenient option, can actually contain staggering levels of microplastics, sometimes hundreds of thousands of particles per liter. Instead, use a good quality water filter for your tap water and store it in glass or stainless steel bottles. Not only does this reduce your family's exposure to plastic, but it's also better for the planet and your wallet. Beyond the kitchen, plastics lurk in less obvious places. Household dust is a major source of microplastic exposure, especially for young children who spend time close to the floor and put their hands and toys in their mouths. Dust contains fibers from synthetic carpets, upholstery, and clothing. To combat this, regular vacuuming with a HEPA filter is essential. These filters trap the smallest particles, preventing them from recirculating in your home. Follow up with damp mopping or dusting to capture dust rather than just moving it around. Encourage everyone in the family to wash their hands frequently, especially before meals and snacks. Laundry is another hidden culprit. Synthetic fabrics like polyester, acrylic, and nylon shed microfibers with every wash, sometimes thousands or even millions in a single load. Whenever possible, choose clothing and bedding made from natural fibers such as cotton, linen, or wool. For existing synthetic items, wash on cold and gentle cycles to minimize fiber release, and wash full loads to reduce friction. If you have the option, air dry your laundry rather than using a dryer, which can further break down fibers. Toys and playroom items also deserve a closer look. Many soft plastic toys, especially older or imported ones, may contain harmful chemicals like phthalates. These chemicals make plastics soft and flexible, but can leach out over time, especially when chewed or sucked. Choose toys made from solid wood, food-grade silicone, or natural rubber, and look for labels that specify phthalate-free or BPA-free. Be cautious with hand-me-downs or vintage toys, as regulations on plastic additives have changed significantly in recent years. For expecting parents, these strategies are even more important. During pregnancy, a developing baby is exquisitely sensitive to hormonal signals, and exposure to endocrine disruptors can have lifelong impacts. Choose personal care products and cleaning supplies that are free from synthetic fragrances and harmful chemicals. Create a nursery environment that minimizes synthetic materials. Avoid new vinyl flooring or furniture with a strong chemical smell, as these can off-gas volatile substances into the air your baby breathes. As you make these changes, remember a few simple principles. Avoid heating food or drinks in plastic. Retire any plastic containers that show wear. And choose stable, non-plastic materials whenever you're buying something new for your home or your child. No one can remove plastics entirely from modern life, but you can take meaningful steps that will significantly reduce your family's exposure. Taking action doesn't have to mean a complete overhaul of your home overnight. Start with 1 or 2 swaps, maybe switching to glass storage containers or using a HEPA vacuum. Every small step adds up, creating a safer environment for your children to grow and thrive. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, but progress. By staying informed and making conscious choices, you're taking powerful steps to safeguard your family's health today and for years to come. The path to a low-toxin home is a journey, and every effort you make is an investment in your family's future well-being. Take pride in every change, however small, and know that you're making a difference with every thoughtful choice. If you found this information valuable, taking a moment to like and subscribe helps us continue sharing important tips for a healthier home. Don't forget to share this with your family and friends. Together, we can make informed choices and safeguard the well-being of our children. Every small step counts, and by working collectively, we can reduce exposure to harmful plastics and chemicals, creating a safer environment for the next generation. Thank you for supporting this vital cause.